Welcome, people of Ascension, and this is video one. This is video one where we're just about to dive in. We're about to do a deep dive into what is going to be the most important video you watch in your life. Now, let me tell you, we know why you're here. For one, your business isn't where you know it has the potential to be. You could be struggling with among a number of things. One of them's going to be leads, marketing, getting fresh blood into your business. Maybe you struggle with sales. Maybe your revenue's not where you know you have the potential to be, and you've done the right thing. You've come to us for help. Now we're about to dive into the stuff that's going to give you the help to bring your business from where it is now to where you know it has the potential to be. And this is the first in a series of videos. This one, though, is going to be the most important video series you watch in your life. And that's a pretty big fucking claim to me, right? But wait to tell you, when you see this, you're going to know that you've just seen the most important shit you've ever seen and ever will see. If you get these concepts and you apply them in your business, it's going to be unrecognizable. In 6 weeks, in 90 days, in a year, you won't even fucking recognize your own business. And this is the core of the Ascension system. So, like I say, this is the first in a series. There's going to be a few videos after this because I'm going to break this down into some bite-sized, manageable chunks for you. Because if I done it all in one video, it would be well over an hour. And I want you to be able to get some bite-sized shit in manageable chunks and then have the actions to do so that it's easier to digest and no one gets overwhelmed. So, with that said, let's go in. I've got a presentation here. I'm going to share my screen with you dudes if I don't fuck up something. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. So, screen is sharing. Look at the state of my fucking desktop. Here we go. This is what we call a formula for positive genius. So listen, if you want to change your life, the first thing you need to change is your reality. And you can, if you're able to do this, now I'm going to give you some actionable steps at the end of this video. But if you apply these in your business, you're going to reach entirely new levels of success and happiness. But I need to point this out though, because this is important. You don't get success and then happiness comes. Most of us think that. That's backwards. If you're not happy doing what you're doing, you will never be successful. All right? And I know that's a fucking difficult concept to grasp, and it could be a little bit. It's different to what you've been taught, but nevertheless, it is 100% fucking true, in my correct opinion. So what we need to know is, how can we create a reality in which we will be happy and both successful? Because achievement and success and happiness and all that shit, for a lot of people, just seems out of fucking reach. But for other people, they just seem to have the Midas touch. Shit just fucking works out well for them. Or so it seems if you're on the outside looking in. But then you've got to look at it like this. Some people thrive, while other people living in the exact same situation are stuck in hopelessness. So these people literally are living in different realities. So how can that be? Like, think about this here. There's people diagnosed with multiple sclerosis who go and train for marathons. And then there's somebody else who gets diagnosed with the same fucking thing. He's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and he believes that he's never going to walk again. He lies down in his hospital bed and he basically gives up. You've got bankers who miss out on bonuses and it makes them work harder. You've got other bankers or salespeople who miss out on bonuses and they fucking give up and quit their job. And the difference is that some people live in a reality where success and happiness are possible. And there's other people who live in the very same situation, but in their reality, success and happiness are not. And that is what we call positive genius. So, if we want to live in a reality where success and happiness is, what I'm about to show you over the course of this is that we need to fundamentally change the reality And that comes down to the lens which we view the world through. Now, just before you think this is some fucking positive thinking, mumbo jumbo fucking bullshit where you imagine like checks flying through your room, like that secret thing. I mean, that is not what we're talking about here. I am not talking about some sort of hopeless fucking irrational optimism. That's not what, like if people who, don't wear their seatbelt because they're like, oh, well, I'm an optimist. That's fucking stupid. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is that even though there are obstacles in the environment, it's about knowing that you have the ability, the power, and the will to do something about them. That's having positive genius. The people who can do that have an entirely different lens and an entirely different set of outcomes, and we want to be more like them. So that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you how to develop, and you can train and retrain your brain to do this shit. So where some people see disaster and fucking shit, you're going to see opportunity, success, and happiness. You will be able to see a way around obstacles that most people would see as insurmountable. Where people see hard work and stress, you're going to see challenge and opportunity. Okay? So this is my goal for this fucking thing. The goal for this presentation is to show you the biggest predictor of success and how you can use simple strategies to amplify your potential and create a positive plan towards it. Because remember, this is not hopeless or stupid optimism, irrational optimism. Like, I'm not talking about whether you're a glass half full person or a glass half empty person. I'm talking about the third equally true reality that there's a picture of water over here on the table that you can use to fill up the glass any fucking time you want. I'm talking about that other angle that we just don't see yet. And I'm going to show you how we can use that to get whatever the fuck it is out of your life. Now, this is supported by fucking science. This is not mumbo jumbo. Like I say, this is supported by hard evidence. Not only in my own experience here, coming out of fucking psychology labs all over the world, including Harvard and Yale, this shit, we're seeing that neuroplasticity and the ability to train your brain to see more opportunities is a fucking real thing. And it's more important than we ever believed. And it just so happens that anyone we've ever seen succeed has this outlook. And it's not something you're born with. It's something you can learn. As a person who has managed people nearly my whole fucking life, I've wanted to know why some people succeed over here and some people don't. You'll have heard me, anybody who knows me, talk about the 3% of Harvard MBAs who make 10 times more than the other 97% combined, and what the similarities between those two people are. And some people say, oh yeah, I know this, they just set goals. Well, it's not. It's way fucking deeper than that. And we are going to dive into all of it now so that you will have actionable strategies, not just ideas and concepts, strategies that you can put to work for you and get the fucking results. So let's go. Let me tell you where this comes from. We have been trying to predict or measure success or greatness as far back as records exist. There was a dude called Thales who was trying to measure the height of this pyramid. It's one of the pyramids of Giza, right? So he was trying to measure it. The only problem was there was no way he could actually find out everything because he was missing some of the measurements. He was trying to do it with not all of the information. So he didn't have the height of the pyramid. So without the height, he couldn't do anything. But Thales found a way to measure the immeasurable. He knew that if he put a stick there, when the shadow of the stick equaled the height of the stick, then he would create an isosceles triangle there, and he would be able to use trigonometry and fucking Pythagoras' theorem. I mean, look, I'm not a fucking maths teacher. You can see it. It's right there, the equation. He found out a way to find the hidden measurement, that once he had it, he was able to use that to determine the complete greatness of the pyramid, right? Now, we've been trying to triangulate human potential forever. We said at one time, it's IQ. It's all got to do with IQ. Well, this is the thing. IQ and technical skills combined actually only equate to 25% of your job success. So if you get your IQ score, that plus your technical skills combined predict only 25% of your job success. That leaves 75% of your career outcome. Has got nothing to do with intelligence. And there was a guy called Thomas Stanley who wrote a book called the Millionaire Mind. And he found that there was zero correlation between grades and professional success. So all of these things that we do in school, your junior cert, your leaving cert, we study for everything, completely meaningless. And we know this. This is fact. So then you got people coming up with emotional intelligence. There was a load of work done in the area. It's like, oh, look, you've got to have emotional intelligence. It's how we actually understand the way people feel. And when you combine that with IQ, now we've got a biggest predictor. But it still wasn't enough. Then we go, oh, well, it's social. It's your social shit. So social intelligence tells you like how you use your IQ and your emotional understanding of concepts and the way people feel, and then you can actually you can exhibit that in a social network, and you can build a network with people around and teams and fucking. But there was still something missing. If this was correct, then A students from university wouldn't be getting hired by the people who got C's. This is a fact. We know that all of the C students end up running companies and they hire the A students to work for them. So there is still something missing. There is a missing thing here. And we've been trying to find that missing thing. Just like Thales, when he figured it out, he was able to determine the greatness of the pyramid. When we're looking at human potential, we have a hidden measurement. And kind of like dark matter, scientists have been fucking trying to prove it's somewhere. It's fucking. We know it's there. It's some there. We just don't have the skills and ability yet to quantify it. But if we did have it, we would have all the fucking tools we needed, and then we'd be able to predict success much more accurately. Well, let me tell you, positive psychology is that missing fucking link. When we have that, we have the prism of success. You see, IQ teaches you what to do. Emotional intelligence tells you how. Social with whom. But when you combine all the intelligences, and all the intelligences do matter, but most important is how your brain knits them together. And the thing that allows you to amplify that is your ability to see a reality in which success is not only possible, but possible, and one in which your behavior matters. That is positive psychology. So by constructing a positive reality first, and one in which is not only possible but probable, and one in which your behavior matters, that's the thing that allows you to knit together IQ, EQ, social intelligence, and then exhibit all and be able to dig into all your resources, your intellectual resources, your emotional resources, everything, and you're able to solve problems much better. Okay? Because the thing is, before you feel an emotion about the world, before you connect to another person, or before you begin solving a problem, your brain has already created a reality about which success can be achieved or it cannot. So going back to that old expression, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're probably right. Well, Henry Ford said that fucking donkeys years ago. And now we have the language, expression, and scientific backing to show you that that's one sentence is 100% true. Now, let me tell you, there's lots of people recognizing this shit all over the world. Google senior motivational team leader. He said, some people just see a different reality at work, and it changes how much and how well they lead and they motivate. And he's fucking right. That's again going back to these people who they just, even though they're in the same situation, they can see things and opportunities that other people can't. Because reality is a choice. This is really what it boils down to. Reality is a choice, and what you focus on shapes how you perceive and interpret the world. Where the focus goes, energy flows. And some people in Google's senior motivational, as the senior motivational team leader, saying some people were able to focus on the opportunities and see opportunities where other people just seen difficulty, hardship. Now, everybody knows this guy. Everybody knows the dude who had everything at his fucking fingertips, yet nothing could work. Like, I have a mate, right? Long-term fucking friend. I've talked about him once or twice. So anybody that knows me will know who I'm talking about here. But I've got a friend, right? And he was the smartest dude in school. His dad was a fucking lawyer, owned a law firm. All he had to do was study, go into the law firm, and one day he was going to own this law firm, and he had all the ability. I mean, intellectually, fucking guy was a genius. Like, fucking unbelievable. And he had all this opportunity at his fingertips. Grew up in a nice neighborhood. You know, he didn't grow up anywhere and have hardship and not fucking struggle for food or anything. Everything was there. He had the right environment. Intelligence, environment, opportunity, all there. But he became this dude. He's now 40, he's 39, going on 40, and he sits in his home and he plays fucking Xbox all day. His relationship broke down. He had a kid. Sees her at the weekends. It's fucking it. Started to pile on weight. Didn't really want to work in his law firm because even though he had all the opportunity, he just wanted to sit at home and play Xbox and get fucked up in the weekend. Everybody knows this guy. He is the fucking most pessimistic dude. He doesn't want to try anything. Never wants to go to the gym. In fact, I remember this one time he said, look, Sean, can you help me? I'm putting on a load of weight. I need you to fucking help me. And would you send me a program? I was like, fuck yeah, of course I'll send you a fucking program. Jesus Christ. I'll send you a program, send you a diet. I'll check back in with you, see how you're getting on. 3 weeks go by. Ring him up. Mick, you're 3 weeks into the fucking program. How you doing? What the fuck are you talking about? The fucking program I sent you. Sean didn't even open that email. Didn't even open that email. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody knows this guy. The guy who had it all there and did nothing with it. Conversely, everybody knows this dude. The dude who just has the fucking Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. Every relationship and opportunity, he turns it into a success. They're the kind of person who continually finds ways around shit that we're going, how the fuck did that get it? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? That's unbelievable. They basically turn every opportunity to gold. They just get shit done. So this whole thing is about what do these people do differently? And you've heard me saying it over and over again here. It's the way in which we construct the reality first and foremost in our minds that will allow us to either dig deep and find the resources, our intellectual, emotional resources, knit them all together and construct that positive reality in front of us. Or the one who goes, nah. Now, it's kind of like the person in the story of the two Rangers, okay? Two Rangers. Army Rangers, okay? They're in Afghanistan. Fucking Taliban is up their ass. There's a female and a male. The dude is fucking, and the female, they're both wearied from battle. They're tired. They've been going for 40 hours. And now the Taliban is closing in. Fucking bullets whizzing overhead. They're battle weary. They're fucked. The dude falls on one knee and looks up in front of him. And his weary, fatigued mind looks at the hill in front of him, and in his head, even though it's a 600-foot hill, he perceives a 900-foot hill and says to himself, that's impossible to climb. We're fucked. And his backpack gets heavier, his legs get tireder, and he's beginning to give up. He is submitting. He's ready to give in. But luckily, the woman is a positive genius. And even though she's tired from battle, the way she perceives the hill is exactly as it is. It's a 600-foot hill, and it's passable in time. She pulls the other guy with her, and she climbs the first 50 feet. And in doing so, she sees a path in front of her that's going to be much easier, that they will allow them to get to the extraction point by helicopter at the top of the hill. She is able to see that path to the chopper and cancel out all the noise of the fucking bullets and the bullshit and the tiredness and the weariness. And because she is able to drown that shit out, including the doubts in her own mind, her body releases what is called a success accelerants. And you'll know this, as you get closer to your goal, you speed up. Have you ever got closer to the end of a book and you start reading faster? Whenever you're on a phone call and you know you're getting to the close, you start to speed up. Same fucking thing. Success accelerants. She's like, let's fucking go. Not only that, but she begins to incept that idea to the dude who's fucked. And she's like, look, we can do this. There it is. We can fucking do this. Come on. She starts to drag him up the fucking hill with them. They climb on. They get the energy to keep going. And he begins to believe her. Their success became a reality. Thing is, this is not just a fucking story. This is based in fact. That happened. And what I want to tell you is, perception of physical space is constructed in your mind. When you're fatigued, shit gets heavier. Mountains are higher, performance suffers. When you're in a negative mindset, all loads are heavier. IQ would never have saved those soldiers. Neither would EQ or social intelligence. The only thing that fucking got them out of that shit were the 5 skills of positive genius. 1, she perceived a reality in which success was possible. She actually mapped a route to success by looking at the hill up ahead after climbing the first 50 feet, getting a little bit away from the enemy. That allowed her to see there's a fucking route. That's number 2. She mapped the route to success. That allowed the success accelerants, because she's building on the successes that just happened, to let her speed up. Then she cancelled out the noise of the gunfire and the fatigue and the doubts. And then the last skill that she had was the positive inception. She franchised success. She was able to deliver the success that she felt to him that allowed her to get to the goal quicker. That's, in essence, positive psychology. And that is becoming a positive genius. Those 5 skills: perceiving a reality in which success is not only possible but probable, mapping a route to success, finding the X spot, and getting your success accelerants, noise cancelling, and positive inception. That's what we need to do. That's what those guys have that we need to get some of. That's the single biggest deciding factor in success. This is exactly what Shawn Achor, having read his book, I was like, fuck. He gave us the language to be able to express what we've been doing inside Ascension for years. And the results speak for themselves. You're here because you watch the videos. You're here because you see the results. You're here because you want some too. And you're here because I'm going to teach you that exact formula over the rest of these videos. 1, reality architecture. We're going to choose the most valuable reality for you. And if you don't see it, we're going to fucking show it to you. Mental cartography is number 2. We're going to map your success route over the next 6 weeks, 90 days, whatever it may be. Then we're going to find the X spot to help you release the success accelerants. Then we're going to use noise cancelling to remove any distractions, and then show you how to use positive inception, transferring the reality to others, or a way to transfer it to you so that you begin to believe it, and over time, success is not only probable, but it's possible. Okay. So that is the end of video 1. When you're done, type clear below and move on to video 2. Thank you for listening. We're done.